Hi, I'm Mike Handverger with Tricky Fast Studios. In this video, I'm going to go over the concept of targeting in Cat Game Builder. Now, something that's very important to Cat is targeting. You'll notice under a lot of conditions, actions, or triggers, you'll have a target parameter. That parameter specifies what the condition, action, or trigger is actually going to affect. So in the case of the isEnabled condition, right now the target's set to owner. And owner means the state machine that's running it. So it's always going to check whether this state machine is enabled. Now, if you click the drop down over here, you'll see different options. The none option means that we're just not going to target anything. And now this is complaining because that's going to mean it doesn't do anything. There's also the player, which will target anything that has a tag called player. Owner, we've already been over. That's the state machine that's running the action or condition or trigger. Targeted is a little bit more complicated. Whenever any action, condition, or trigger is run, it has a list of targets. A lot of times that list is going to be empty. But sometimes, especially with conditions or triggers, the list can be filled. So for example, if we had a triggered action that was looking for proximity. So under here, we have a proximity trigger. So if we just replace this proximity trigger with that, now the proximity trigger is going to say, whenever something comes in to my proximity range, trigger. And when it triggers, it's going to set the target to the thing that came into range. So that's where targeted comes from. There's also some actions that might modify the targets. And there's also conditions that will modify the targets as well. The next target type is named. And when you select that, that brings you a text box. And you can just enter the name of something. Or conversely, you can just drag it in and it will fill it in for you. As you can see, that little drop down went away, but there's still this gear icon. The gear icon can also be used to select what the target is. And the last target here is tagged. With tagged, we can select any one of these tags. So we can call it ground or player or anything. You'll also notice in the gear icon, we have some options. One of them is to include a path. So if we include a path, and let's set this back to owner. If we set the path to new state, that means our target would actually look at owner, and then from there, go to some child called new state, which is the state machine here. So let's turn off the path for the moment here. The other option is reference name. What reference name does is it takes the target and looks up a value that's on it using that name. That value has to be either a game object or a game object list, but whatever the value of that is will be your new target. Let's turn that off. Very much related to targets are targets that also take a position. So this destination is one of those. On the whole, it looks exactly like a target. However, there's a couple extra options. One of those options is use offset. And here, you can specify, well, I want this to target the owner, but I want it to be up 10 units. Now let's turn that off. The other option under here is to use the mouse. If we use the mouse, that means this target here will follow the mouse pointer. This button, if we click this button, it'll use a ray cast. So it'll shoot a ray through the screen, and whatever it hits, the position that it hits at will be the target. That's an overview of targeting in Cat Game Builder. I hope you found this video informative and useful. For more information on Cat and how it can help you prototype and build games faster, please visit trickyfast.com/cat. I'm Mike Handverger with Tricky Fast Studios, and thanks for watching.